make all this stuff up?
He's the story man. Sitting in front of us, folks, is War Machine, the #1 Korean guild. These guys are incredible, and they played a heck of a tournament in Korea to be deemed, determined, knighted #1, and brought to the United States to show you guys what this game is all about. Now, this is going to be a very, very exciting match because these guys are the #1 Korean guild, and they're taking on a guild called Negative Zero, the #1 guild in the world. This match is going to be hot, and I'm super excited to bring it to you.
This is the big one. I don't know, my money's on these guys. I've seen them play, and they're frightening.
They're pretty good. Well, thanks to the coordinated efforts of NCSoft, ArenaNet, and the Global Gaming League, we're able to bring you this match, the first ever Guild v Guild play-by-play action. Why don't you explain what Guild Wars is?
Guild Wars is, quite simply, the coolest online role-playing game. We've got a fully 25-mission realized campaign. We've got 3 different modes of PvP. We've got everything you can want. We got skills, we got cool weapons, but you know what we don't have? We don't have a monthly fee.
All right, we're going to jump right into the action, actually. They're going right at it, folks. They're not wasting any time. Negative Zero wants to take it to this guild, to War Machine, but War Machine, I think, they're not going to have it that way. They're going to put up a fight, and we're going to see it. We're going to see a lot of action occurring right here in the middle of the
Right, they've already taken the flag, as you can see by the little green icon over the flag stand that just lifted off the screen there, right there. So what they've done is they brought that to the center, and if they can keep it for 2 minutes, they'll get a 10% morale boost.
Why is that a big deal?
Well, every point in Guild Wars counts because the playing field is so level. Everybody's got a chance to win, so 10% can make a big difference. They're going to get a 10% bonus to their health, a 10% bonus to their energy, and that's going to give them an advantage over this other team, well, it's the best American guild in the world.
Right now, you're on whatever advantage you can get, whether it's Negative Zero getting an advantage over War Machine or War Machine getting an advantage over Negative Zero. You are not competition like this anywhere else except on the international ladder. Now, how does that work?
Well, there are, as I said, 3 different levels of PvP, and you get your guild together, you bring your team together, you pick the best of the best, go into combat, challenging other guilds. If you win, you get points. If you lose points, and you'll be ranked. You can go to guildwars.ladder.com and check your ranking anytime from anywhere that you got an internet connection.
Now, jumping into the game, we're going to see that all here, the ball. War against a team that knows wars and strategy.
That's to the Mesmer battlist, because the other team, I'm told, has best Mesmers in the world. And I bet you down so fast, you won't know what hit you.
No, we're throwing all these Monk, Necro. Why don't you explain the class system, everybody?
Well, we have 6 different classes. A ranger who does range damage, could be a beastmaster. We've got a monk who does your healing, does your smiting. We've got a necromancer, your favorite, who dead. We've got a the magical arcane energies, and give it a monk with his game plan. And then we've got our elementalist who can rain down fire.
All right, jumping into the... You see this warrior right here swinging that hammer? What he's trying to do is the hammer warrior has an ability called the... They're going to use it to take out... Who's calling the target?
A little next to the names. Guys can call targets and redirect their teams so that everybody knows what to go after next.
Guys, why don't we jump to computer 8 and see what this guy's seeing? All right, now when you see that they're trying to get to this so that they can rush next. The idea behind the guild v battle, they're gonna find the guild lord. They're gonna take the NPCs out that are protecting that guild lord in order to kill the guild lord. Whatever guild first takes that guild lord out is gonna win the match, and they're gonna have bragging rights to say, hey, you know what? If it's Negative Zero, we just proved to you why we're #1 in the world. If it's War Machine, well, they're gonna say, hey, you know what? We are #1. It doesn't matter what the guild ladder says, but we proved it, and that's why we're sitting here today in E3 in front of you.
A lot of pride on the line here today. So we can see that someone on the guild ladder saw the message go up in the middle of the screen. They got a morale boost, and then they take out the other team's NPCs. Those don't respawn after they've been killed. You generate their resource.
All right. Why don't you explain kind of the built-in mods of PvP of the Guild Wars?
Well, we start off with the guild versus guild, which ranks you on the ladder. Then we have, of course, the cream of the crop, the international tournament, where you fight into the underworld and try and take control of the Hall of Heroes of the Gods on your world, which will unlock veteran missions. And thirdly, we have, for the more casual PvP, the arenas, where you can either be randomly matched with other players or make up your own team if you
start over. Now jumping back into the action, we're going to see that he's drawing on the map. What he's doing down here when he's drawing on the map, he's trying to position his guys. They're going to try and get into a position where they're going to control the pace of this game. They're doing a good job of trying to push Negative Zero back. However, Negative Zero will not lay down for this kill. They're going to put up a good fight, and that's what we're seeing right now. Negative Zero is going to try and build up right back here. You see them building their troops up, trying to get back to full strength, regrouping themselves so that when they make that push, it's going to be a strong push, and it's going to be a push that's going to knock these guys, War Machine, back towards their own base. Let's see what happens.
Absolutely. So you can see here that we've got a boat. They've come to raid this land, and it looks like War Machine's pushing in to try and take out the Negative Zero's Arcanists, their healers. Then they'll make a move on the Guild Lord.
Right. Around the Guild Lord are certain NPC classes. The Arcanist is going to deal out a lot of damage. So let these guys focus their attacks on those NPCs, take them out of the game so they don't have to worry about them, and then focus their attention onto the Guild Lord. You can focus all of your attention, all 8 players, on that's going to drop really fast. Now you're saying, hey, I only see 7 players here. Well, that's because one of the players is playing at home in Korea. The cool thing was what you're seeing is this is on the live server. This isn't a closed server. There is no lag in this game.
No, none at all. Quite frankly, we've architected one of the most low-resource online games ever. We have some of the best database center managers in the world, and you know what? You can play this game just as well on a 56K modem as you can on these high-powered games.
That's what you told me.
I'm telling you, man, it's the God's honest truth.
Now, Guild Wars is the #1 selling game in the world.
Worldwide.
It has been for 3 weeks, right?
That's right, since the day we opened.
And sells you to grow.
Every single day.
One of the reasons why is because there's no monthly fee to play this game. Other MMOs or other online RPGs, because this is not an MMO. Let me get that.
No, it's a competitive online role-playing game.
All right, they charge, and this. How do you guys pull that off?
It's simply because we've architected our game to be able to keep our costs down. And every couple times a year, we're going to put out expansions, give you new skills, new weapons, new things that you want to check out.
All right, let's focus back on the attention. They look like War Machine trying to make a strong push into the enemy base. However, they met some resistance. They had to fall back, but they won a tower, I think.
Yeah, they just got a morale boost, so all of them, as you can see down here, you've got a plus 1%. That person's obviously taken some death penalty.
A little banter back and forth. What other strategic points exist on the map?
Well, in this particular map, as I said before, there's a boat that the opposing guild has used to raid this island. Now, it looks like War Machine, they're defending their own base. There are 3 bridges inside this base, and you can move from the doors, from one door to the other. So deploying your troops is a real key element of playing this particular map.
Now, are there siege weapons on this map?
There is a ballista or a trebuchet on this map, and if you can put it together, you can launch some serious hurt on your opponent.
All right, now War Machine's making a move forward. They're going to try and push and capture this other gate. They're definitely going to meet some resistance when they get inside here. You can see back here, Negative Zero's playing a turtle role, real defensive, trying to hold back, trying to regroup. War Machine's being very aggressive now. They're trying to push forward. They know that they've got these guys pinned back. They're going to focus their fire, mainly I think on either the monks or the mezzers. They're going to take out those damage classes. They're going to take out those healer classes.
Right, they're going to take out all the support classes first. They're going to try and stop their ability to heal, or they're going to stop their ability to muck up the works.
Right now, War Machine looks like they have a 1% bonus, morale bonus, so that's going to play in their favor. Again, the morale bonus is going to be key, especially.
This is pretty fast and furious.
I know I'm getting caught up into it. I'm sorry. It's a really great match. These guys are really playing hard. Negative Zero showing why they're the #1 guild in the world, but War Machine definitely proving, going on the offensive, being very, very aggressive, getting the morale boost right there, gonna kind of fall back, gonna regroup as a team, and then make a push forward. They can't do this at the moment because one of their brain devices are down. He's back up, and we're gonna probably see him regroup and make another push into the base.
Right, the War Machine is very warrior heavy. They've got 2 healers. They've got a bunch of they got an elementalist and a necro. They got 2 warrior tanks up front and a ranger pest. So they've moved into some more of the spellcasting classes since last time we've seen them.
Evolution Monk out, putting the pressure on the two primary monks to look at the rest of the team as a whole.
Yeah, they're making a good stand here right at the edge of the boat. They're not able to make any progress on board. But they're going to try about that, or maybe even get back to the Arcanist if they can make a push that far in.
Right. If it's not hard enough already to fight Negative Zero, they're fighting Negative Zero and the MDC's protecting Negative Zero. That's quite a feat to take on.
And if you can see down here, it's a little hidden, but there's so many more red blips on the map than there are blue ones. War Machine are the blue blips. They've got more. They're almost outnumbered 2-1.
Now War Machine's making a great push. They're taking out the Negative Zero players inside their guild base. After they drop this player, expect them to turn and focus on the guild thieves and also on their archers. They're going to want to get those guys taken out of there because they don't need that ranged damage per second being dropped on them. After that, they're going to focus their attention on the healers. They're going to take those healers down, and then everyone will turn and focus fire on the guild board. Hopefully that's going to be happening soon because time's ticking on them.
Yeah, what they're going to want to do is they're going to want to try and put as much death penalty on the other team as they can, since they very clearly have tower mark at the moment.
Now, if we can jump to Computer 6 and see what their perspective is, it looks like the main tank has dropped down. So we're going to switch to another computer view so we can see what he's trying to do. Now that the main tank is down, or their main weapon, their primary target caller is out of the game, they're going to have to rely on the secondary tank to really kind of pull the team and get them focused again on the situation. Again, this is a team-based strategy game. If you lose your primary target caller, you've got to have a backup plan. And these guys are no dummies to this game. This game might look easy to play, which it is, but it's incredibly difficult to master.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, these guys have been playing together for so long they can almost read each other's thoughts. They know what their buddy's going to do. They know when they turn left that they got to follow him in. They know that they need to heal him when he's making his charge. They hardly need to talk.
Alright, we see the secondary tank now trying to focus fire. Is getting the guys to focus their attention on who is that running away? War Arabia?
See how sharp their directions are on this map? They draw arrows. They're so crisp. All that takes is one little arrow and the entire team knows where they're going. Now they've moved it on the guild.
War Machine's operating at a negative and a death penalty. But that's okay because they're definitely controlling the pace of this game. They went right after Negative Zero. I thought maybe Negative Zero was going to play more of a defensive role. That's exactly what they were doing. I don't think they were expecting for War Machine to be as aggressive as they're being in this match.
Well, turtling is a valuable tactic, but you're never going to win the game if you don't come out of your own base. I think they got caught off guard.
Alright, now everybody's focusing their attention on the guild lord. He's taking a lot of damage. He's going down.
He's going down.
It looks like War Machine's going to have this one in the bag. Let's see what Negative Zero can do. At this point, it's pretty much elementary. War Machine's going to walk away with it. They're going to have the bragging rights. And let's excellent job, guys. They just sent the #1 guild in the world out of commission. War Machine showing why they're the #1 guild in Korea, and not only in Korea, in the world. Let's have another hand for these guys.
Big round of applause.
You guys are too good.